Welcome back to Arkansas Bigfoot, everybody. Glad to see you this evening. Now, a couple of videos ago I said that we had some different things that we were going to bring out here and set up, and I've got a few of them with us tonight. We're going to try to take care of some of this before it gets too late in the evening. Wanted to get some of it set up and hopefully come back with the new IR floodlight and try it out maybe later tonight. We'll see how it goes, but right now we're going to head over to Junior's little hideout area, and we've got something to leave over there for him. I think Junior and the one I call Jughead, which his name is Martook, or Took.
Right.
I think they've been hanging out over here because they're a little older for the little ones and a little young for the older ones, so they kind of got their own clubhouse going on. Back several months ago, we had tried bringing some paper out here and markers and some other stuff, and the markers would continually disappear. Got a few little scribbles and scratch marks on the paper a couple of times, but trying to think of something that would work that would be weatherproof, and we thought about a chalkboard and maybe some of that sidewalk chalk. But then Marilyn Green had a really good idea, and she sent us a big container full of magnets. And so I found a piece of metal, painted it blue, and we've got a bunch of magnets stuck on it so they can kind of move them around and make a design if they want to, or whatever. We'll see if they mess with them or not, but that's what we're going to leave back here for these boys. Yeah, I think this is where they came creeping out from on our last video. I know I saw Junior's head and shoulders walking through there, and I was pretty certain I could hear another one back behind him, so I'm going to...
Well, Lily, I've been feeling her following me around, so I don't know if she hangs with these guys normally or not, but I grew up in a house full of boys, so I'm pretty sure that she is eager for a break.
Had somebody ask the other day if there was a water source, because we never showed a pond or the creek or anything like that, but
it's been
right there where that sunlight is through that opening, about 25 or 30 yards is the back end of the pond, and it's a good sized pond. They've got plenty of water there, and there's a flowing creek farther on back in the back. Well, I've been playing with the baseball and the marble. It's moved around.
I guess we'll put this there.
Yeah, they've been messing around back here. Stuff's moved around again. Yeah, just leave that there. Now this is going to be a challenge for you, because all the way down in the bottom of this bucket are those packs that have those jawbreakers in them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But you'll have to dig them out, because I can't do it holding the camera.
Okay. Give me a minute.
As they've been dragging that shoe around in a little plastic pouch and a steel cable. It was back there by that farthest gifting tree for the longest time, moved around a couple of places, and was under that ground nest for a while. Now it's up here.
You want them all?
Yeah, that's fine. Just take them out of the plastic. And so I was looking around today for some stuff. And I found these giant jawbreakers. Red, white, and blue jawbreakers. They're massive. So we're going to leave those for Junior and Jughead and potentially Lily back here at their little hideout area.
Those are heavy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we'll see how they like those. I'd set them on. Yeah, there you go.
I don't think we're going to stand.
But they've got a blue designer board with fancy magnets to make a pattern or carry off.
I think that's a ball.
They might think those are balls, but I guess we'll find out. The way he comes up there and steals all the dog toys, I thought we'd give him an edible one.
Right? Something safe.
Alright, so let's get on over to the other gifting tree because that bucket weighs about 40 pounds. I've got it packed.
Sasquatch builds better bodies. I'm still waiting on mine, but
But it's evening time and everybody's rushing home from work and whatever, so that highway is always loud this time of evening.
it echoes back here.
It's about 700 yards directly behind us, but this is a big echo chamber down in this bottom.
It's quiet.
Trying to kind of go a little quicker because I don't want our daylight to run out for the camera.
What you looking at? I can't see.
Just looking at the little glyphs along the
All over.
trail.
I swear there's more sticks on the ground again.
It's just late enough in the evening that if I try to use the zoom on the camera, all it's going to do is distort it and make a dark image around the outer edges. So we'll just leave it on wide angle, and if I get all this stuff set up, we can slip back here later on tonight and walk around while it's quiet and play with that new IR floodlight. And try not to get binged in the head by a giant jawbreaker.
Right? Maybe we could go up on the hill where that big trident is.
And the stick's still in the ground.
Yep. I'd sworn that this was this way.
No, that's the way it was pointing.
Okay.
We got it going on for him back here in this bucket today. There's some diced up fruit, a whole big bag of potato salad.
Yeah, they're gonna love this.
Well, it didn't take them long to clean that mess out. Left a few bags and stuff sitting around this time. Alright, so let's go ahead and tear into that. Alright, that's going to be what we do in just a few minutes, so set it off to the side.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so we got a quart of potato salad. Got 3 apples, a bunch of cups of peanut butter, got their cereal mix and popcorn, and then there's more in the bucket once we get all that squared away.
I grabbed more marbles in that, didn't I?
Yeah, you had a bunch of marbles in the box. Let's see, 3, 2 in the box and 1 by that rock.
Trying to hurry here. Well, that bag's disintegrated.
Mr. Bruce asked if I'd go find a bag of old-fashioned horehound candy, and I did that today, and it's out here in the bucket, so we'll leave that bag of horehound candy for him. And Joyce has got
And that's my favorite. There's going to be a fight.
Joyce has got a box of sugar babies for him. Right on cue, here comes the helicopter.
Gotta let me.
Yeah, leave the sugar babies up here. And there should be a little bag that's got some different stuff in it, and then that bag of horehound candy. There you go.
Do I have to give them the horehound?
We're going to see if they like it. Alright, so I'm going to pause this for just a minute because I got one more thing to set up right here, and I'll turn it back on once we get it going. Alright, so we're going to send out the love vapors for them here. I'm doing this down in this little creek ditch, so it won't get a chance of getting away from us, but that sterno in a can, just unscrew the lid from it. That whole jar has got molasses, honey, and vanilla extract in it. We're going to do a slow burn for them here and get that smell going like perfume.
You want the whole thing in?
Yeah. Just let it cook down while we're finishing the rest of the walk.
Strong.
You smell it already?
I don't need it, I might.
So go ahead and grab the bucket and we'll get on with it and let that simmer out here while we're finishing up today. Some of that smoky molasses and vanilla vapor get out there and bang the dinner bell.
We had that bag of fruit that we left them to.
Yeah, there's a bag of fruit there on the tree, and the cereal, the potato salad, the popcorn, all the apples and peanut butter, sugar babies, horehound candy, and something else.
It's really not much by way of sweets when you're
No.
considering the size of them.
Considering the size of these guys, it's like one little nibble, just enough to get a taste of it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's starting to bubble already, so let's get on.
All right. Man, that smells good.
Smells like candy.
Mm-hmm. I'd almost lay $1. They've already seen us. They don't need bait.
Oh no, they already know we're down here with the bucket.
I wouldn't even call it bait.
I'm
Just something smells
I'm just
good.
trying to anchor the deal so when we come back out after dark.
Yeah. Hard to decide where to sit.
So right now we're not really looking. We're just trying to do the hurry up maintenance and come back for later. But keep your eyes out anyway. They might come peeking around with that stuff stinking up there.
Seems like when we get back to this spot and on back, that's where we get the most imagery.
Mm-hmm. Well, I figure if we come back here after a while and it's dark, we'll probably just come right on back into here. Right here where all the trees are nice and tight, they can sneak up on you. And
I was thinking about near the circle again. Has that been there?
what's that?
Yeah, I guess it has. It just looks different to me.
Evening shadows are playing tricks with your eyes.
Yeah, that would not surprise me.
Wait for a couple hours and see how it looks.
Well, that night we got the orb up on the hill. I think we were back at this second gifting area that night. But they felt like they were just across the creek sitting, which really wasn't very far. Back then we hadn't been out here much. Not like now.
But there's been several people that have, sent things to us and contributed to the peanut butter fund, and I greatly appreciate it. We both do.
Oh yeah, and with these additions out here, it's a
it's
huge
like
help.
Trying to feed a small army, just trying to give them a little bit of a treat.
That's a female. So when I say female, for those of you that haven't been with us, it's because of the width. When it comes back into the shield about here, there's toes. I hope you can see it as well as I can. The females have a wider foot generally.
I'm sorry, I'm listening to the crow out there in the distance.
Yeah. There's little feet next to it, so it might be mama. We haven't seen mama for a little while. I think she's had her hands full. She's sweet.
All right, well, there's what's left of a peanut butter cup. They cleaned this area out pretty good.
I say. Little piece of popcorn there. I don't know where everything else is.
Yeah,
On down. They took it all the way.
let's hurry up and get this squared away and get out of the woods for a little bit and let it calm down. There's a can of sardines down in the bottom of that bucket as well, and pop the lid on it and leave it out here. Just do the best you can with what you got.
Stinky fish. I
I like sardines.
know you do, and I know a lot of them do. You will never have to fight me over these. Nope,
I
nope,
like
nope.
them in mustard. I like them in hot sauce. I like them in horseradish.
I hope they don't get cut.
Just don't get it on you.
Yeah.
That will be the love vapors coming after you.
Come nightfall, I'll
Just sit it right where your foot's at. There you go. That'll be fine.
Oh, bucket's 40 pounds lighter. Yay.
Alright, let's go check on our sterno and molasses on the way out and make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do, and we'll watch it.
Check this real fast while you're heading that way. I'll be right there.
Oh, feather.
Yeah. I can't walk through here anymore.
Looks like they've been playing romper room back here.
Yeah. I was just checking it out.
Well, not all of it's there.
I was going to say it's...
A lot of that lacing is gone. They left some of the bigger pieces and one big long strand rolled up, but
It was all tight when I left it.
all that little stuff is gone.
Alright. Well, maybe somebody's getting use out of that. Very good.
Alright, come on before we run out of camera light.
Right behind you. I love this time of day too.
Give you a nickel if you eat one of those.
No. Looks like somebody tried. Changed their mind. I should have clacked the rocks, but
We can clack them when we come out later. Might not have to.
right. That one evening we came and it hadn't been, what, an hour and a half, and everything was cleaned out of the trees in just that little bit. They were not waiting. Oh, something just crashed
Yeah.
right in front of you. Just keep our eye out.
Probably smelling that molasses. I can smell it from here. I know that they can smell better than I can. Yeah, you can see the smoke coming off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it bubbling and gurgling there. Awesome. Got the molasses love vapors going on.
little more excited about that than the pheromone.
Yeah, a lot of the new people don't know that we tried that several months ago.
On the pheromones, yeah.
I had bought a bunch of pheromone incense sticks, and we walked around out here burning them, and then all of a sudden it dawned on me that, yeah, I might be somebody's love child.
Right. We were having visuals of Mama coming out in her high heels and lipstick. How about no? That was a fun day, though.
And we put them out in the mud and got out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know which one would be worse, one that's angry or one that's all randy with love and passion.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably say angry, but...
Alright guys, we're going to watch this stuff bubble for just a little bit and
keep an eye out.
Keep an eye on it and make sure that it doesn't get out of hand, and
don't need any more of that.
Yeah, put it out in just a few minutes, and we will see what happens later tonight. Appreciate y'all coming along. Thanks, Marilyn. Thanks to Joyce.
Willows.
Mr. Bruce. See if they like that horehound candy.
Mm-hmm.
And a great big thanks to all of the rest of you that had helped with everything. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.